What's up everyone, Lou here. I'm here at Conquer the Gauntlet. Awesome freaking race out here in Springfield, Missouri. Stay tuned after this race and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Stay tuned, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go! You got it.
that this race takes place in Rogersville, Missouri, at a Girl Scout camp, which was different. Never done something like that. When you type in the address, the maps, whether you use Apple, Google, whatever, that takes you right to the location. So finding it is no big deal. Now, what I will say is a big deal is the little narrow road that you're going down all the way from the main road all the way to the venue itself. It's pretty narrow, like 2 cars can barely fit on it, but you almost have to pull off to the side. And it rained the night before, so it was really muddy. And there's always that thought in your head that you're just gonna slide off to the side and then be stuck in the mud. Luckily for us, we didn't have that issue, but just keep that in mind if you do this race, and just that road, it's pretty narrow. Now, like I said, when it comes to parking, plenty of parking if you get there early. And if I remember, it was, I think, $10 to park there. I might be wrong. Maybe it was 15. It didn't break the bank at all. And I think they took cash when you got there. So, just keep that in mind. Of course, when you sign up for this race, they send you all the particulars. But for this one, I believe it was $10. No big deal. The check-in was relatively easy once you parked and got situated, and you just kind of follow the rest of the people that led up to the building. I think this building, since it was a Girl Scout camp, I think this building doubled as a cafeteria, maybe as an event center, whatever. So you just have to follow the road that leads up to the venue. And check-in is really quick. They have ample tables in there that they can get you checked in, get your stuff, and then get out of the way. So, again, if you race early, there's no lines. You get in and get your stuff and start to get ready. As for the venue itself, there wasn't a whole lot going on. Basically because Conquer the Gauntlet was supposed to have retired in 2024, but John Taylor actually bought it so he can keep it going. So, I don't know a whole lot about what goes into putting an entire event on, but but I think they focused more on just getting the venue up and running. So there wasn't much in the way of vendors. They had, selling some t-shirts, socks, and some basic Conquer the Gauntlet merchandise, but there wasn't, not that I noticed, food trucks or anything like that. They did give you free water, which was awesome at the end of the race. But as far as the venue itself, again, this was its first year at that location. So, I'm sure there was a lot of let's just get this venue up and running so we can get these runners going. So, not much in the way of it. But again, I wasn't there to party. I was there to run around. As far as the obstacles go, you saw them for yourself. If you've ever raced a Conquer the Gauntlet in the past, they're your typical Conquer the Gauntlet obstacles. But it was cool because Race Ready obstacles and Mythic Race was out there with a couple of their obstacles. So it was neat to see those obstacles out there. I think Race Ready is now going to become a good partner with Conquer the Gauntlet, which is really cool because that just means that those two entities, they're going to just continue to create some insane obstacles that, even though I really struggle with low rig ones, I do like the low rig ones because it makes you have to really work a lot harder. But as far as obstacles, there was nothing that really stood out. Again, this was his first year, just trying to get the old stuff to integrate with the new stuff. So, there's going to be a little bit of growing pains with it, but, the obstacles are the obstacles. I do love the Conquer the Gauntlet obstacles. One of these seasons, I'm going to get Pegatron. One of these seasons. Now, as far as the terrain for this one, it was a little technical. I didn't grab too much video of me running through the course, but as you saw, there was a lot of mud. And that was because it rained really good the night before. So it made conditions really soggy and wet, which meant that the obstacles themselves were also wet, which, man, talk about just a very rough day for me. Now, there was some runners out there that it looked like it was a sunny day to them. These guys were just blowing through the obstacles. But I really struggled. This was the first Conquer the Gauntlet that I think I failed like maybe 4 or 5 obstacles that I just could not hit because I just had trouble gripping everything. I don't know if I didn't eat good the day before or leading up to this race. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep because it was pretty, thundery and stuff the night before at the hotel. So maybe that played into it. I don't know. No excuses. But the conditions, it just added to it, which is what obstacle course racing is all about. getting right up to the starting line, it was raining hard. And it literally stopped like 2 minutes before I started hitting the record button. So you just knew everything was going to be soggy and wet. And it just made the obstacles a lot more tough. But, shout out to those runners out there, those elite guys that they just went through them like it was a regular sunny day. Those guys are just on a completely different platform level compared to me. But I'll get there sooner or later. Now we come to the fun part. Let's talk about the swag. I'll start with the shirt, of course. They went with gray. Woo, no black. Nice, simple. They, from last year's. This was last year's with the lion, so they're keeping with it. But they went with a shield look, which is really cool, as you can see right there. Conquer the Gauntlet lives on, which is awesome. On the back, it's got the sponsors. It says right there, finisher, 4 miles, 25 obstacles, and all the different sponsors that help put this race on. So it's awesome. Very comfortable material, and again, it's not black, so I know I'm going to be wearing this one compared to all the other shirts that I have that are in black. But let's get to the one thing that, if you know me, I race these things for, and that's the medal. Now the crazy part is they went with a really big medal, which was awesome. The previous medals are a little bit smaller, but this guy's a beast. Let me get in there so you can see that. Let me zoom in. Can you see that one right there without there we go. Look at that right there. Bam. Awesome. Thick metal. It's big, as you can see. It's about the size of my hand. Compared to last year's. Nothing wrong with last year's, but just how they're trying to just do his own thing, what John's trying to do, which is awesome. And love the lanyard. It's got Conquer the Gauntlet on there. Finishers. You can see all that right there. So yeah, that's very cool. That's why we do these, just for the medal. Hey. As far as my overall thoughts, I'm glad Conquer the Gauntlet is still up and running. I'm glad John Taylor bought the thing to keep it going, because it's a very fun race. It's very community driven. You end up running into a lot of runners that that at these different races, and it's really neat because there was a handful of us that I recognized that were at this Missouri race that I run into at the Tulsa race. So it's really cool that they're supporting the local OCR scene with Conquer the Gauntlet. And it was just really great to see that this thing is continue to live on. So again, I've said your name before, John. Shout out to you, man. And one of the really cool things is I actually ran into 2 people who actually watched last year's video leading up to this race. So my videos actually do reach out. So to you 2 guys that, stopped me and said, hey, that's the guy that we watched his videos. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. At least I hope you just subscribed to this thing. And so for everyone else, you see, my videos do actually work. But that's all I got for this week, man. So until next time, go check out one of the other races. But more importantly, keep training. And if you see me on the course, feel free to stop me and say what's up. Take care, guys.